Hello everyone, once again. This is the PVFOA Weekly Review number 4. Now initially on Monday we were going to have a association meeting. However, with several games being played on Monday, we decided instead just to do a video review. Some updates from the association, the first thing being vaccinations. If you'd like to register to get vaccinated, go to vaccinate.virginia.gov and follow the instructions. You can also try local health district websites as well as pharmacies. I know CVS, for one, as of a couple of weeks ago, began expanding who they can take appointments for and vaccinate. So you can go to their website and it'll list all available appointments that they have for the entire state of Virginia. The banquet this year, I think, comes to no one's surprise that we will not have a banquet this season. As far as after the fall 21 season, that is still to be determined. The schedule as it relates to us now, we are currently in week 5 of 7. Now, per the Virginia High School League, games must finish by Tuesday, April 6th, because Wednesday, April 7th, playoffs begin. Now remember that schools that don't make the playoffs are allowed to schedule one additional game. So we may see schools that end up doing that. The playoffs themselves this year, if I remember correctly, they removed the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. So there's 4 rounds, the regional semifinals and finals, and then the state semifinals and finals. And there you can see the dates. They start, as mentioned before, on April 7th. And then the deadline for the region is the 17th of April, state semifinals the 24th, and then the following week will be the state finals. Now also on the VHSO website, you can read it if you want, but the team at the top of the bracket will be the site of the state level championship. As far as payment to officials is concerned, we still do not have a precise date when payment will be sent out. Checks from the schools are due by April 10th, which is later than what we normally do, but considering the amount of changes that were anticipated and are in fact happening, with games being moved around, more officials and less officials being assigned to games, the board agreed that it would be easier to wait to send out invoices until the season is further along. That way we wouldn't have a slew of credits and chargebacks and what have you. So checks are due from the schools by April 10th. All officials will be paid with one check at the end of the season for the season, and any officials working playoffs or any of those bonus games that were mentioned in the previous slide will receive another payment. On Arbiter, please upload a picture of yourself on Arbiter, and a picture meaning a head and shoulders shot, nothing with you 10 yards away or something so nobody can see what you look like. The reason that these pictures are here is so that when a newer official or an official that normally works on the west side of our coverage area and then has to go work on the east side of the coverage area can put a name to the face or a face to the name. It also helps when you're meeting in a certain location off-site from where the school is, that when a random person is walking up to someone's car, if they've seen their picture or their face before, they know that they're expecting that person to meet up with them. It's really easy. So if you go into Arbiter, on the left-handed side of the screen, you'll see My Account, and then go to Update My Information. Click that link. What'll show up next on the right-hand side is if you have a picture on there, you'll show your picture, or if you don't have a picture, it'll just show that gray silhouette. So if you want to add or change the pictures that you have already on there on Arbiter, click the green plus sign on the bottom right of the silhouette, and it's circled here on the slide. And then on the next screen, you just click Change Picture, and then the next screen you would click choose file to find the picture that you saved on your computer, and I believe you can do this on your phone as well. Find the picture that you want uploaded and then click upload. Now it does say that it has to be either a GIF or JPEG format, which most programs do that automatically, and also depending on the size of the picture, Arbiter may crop the picture. So once you upload it, make sure that it is what you want it to be. Final topic of tonight I just want to introduce from a high level is foul philosophy. Now hopefully officials and their crews have been talking about foul philosophy in their pregame, but here we just want to kind of present a high level of fouls and kind of the philosophy behind them. So I like to think of there being 4 different types or categories of fouls. One is procedural. That would be your false starts, your illegal formation, illegal substitution, basically any foul that violates a procedure in the game of football. So for example, the rules of legal formation are that for one thing you can have no more than 4 players in the backfield. By having more than 4 players, that is a violation of that procedure and is called an illegal formation foul. Judgment fouls are your holding, pass interference, block in the back, amongst others. The fouls that you as an official or group of officials must judge and make a judgment on if a foul has occurred or not. Extracurricular fouls are ones that are not a part of the game, so unnecessary roughness that occurs far away from where the ball is, completely unnecessary. Another good example would be unsportsmanlike conduct, where remember that unsportsmanlike conduct is a non-contact foul, and that has nothing to do with the game of football. And then finally, the 4th type is safety fouls. So fouls that were essentially created to promote player safety. And that would be your face mask, blindside block below the waist, and others. Another thing that I've learned or heard over the years is see what you call and call what you see. And then later on, you hear see what you call, but don't call everything you see. And I like that better. We see what we call, but we don't necessarily want to call everything that we see. So for example, if we have a hold on the far left side of the line, but the ball actually went to the right side of the line, then we got to ask ourselves, what impact did that foul have on the game, if any? Was there an advantage gained, or could we just talk to the player and tell them don't do it again? So we definitely need to see everything we call. We don't want to guess, but certainly we don't want to call everything that we do see happen. And that's a great way to preventative officiate, is to talk to players. If there wasn't an advantage gained, just let them know after the play, hey, 47, I saw that hold that you did. You got to fix your technique because next time that will be a foul. And if you really, even better, it would be to not only talk to the player, but either get the information over to the head coach by radio or by personally going over there, or having someone else go over to the coach and let them know, hey, just to let you know, 47 was holding on that play. If that play came around to his side, there will be a foul. And coaches really do appreciate that, that you're trying to fix the situation before it becomes a foul and before it hurts their team. And another question to ask in all of this is, what is the game situation? Now, different crews have different philosophies on this, but if a team is up big, say 35-0, and the team with 0 points holds and actually does have an impact on the play, what are you going to do? Another thing to think about game situation wise is not only the score, but where where are we in the game? Um, and especially how has the game progressed? Has it been a very physical game? Have there been a lot of fouls for unnecessary roughness or unsportsmanlike conduct? Is it a chippy game, as like we like to say, or has it been clean all night? All of those factors can kind of come into play when you're trying to be a good game administrator. So I invite all of the crews to keep talking about this foul philosophy and just make sure that everyone's on the same page in the pregame of how, as a crew, you would like to administer these fouls. That's all for this week. Have a good week coming up. If you have any feedback, as always, send that to me or your position chiefs, and we'll keep doing these weekly reviews. Hopefully you enjoyed. Have fun, stay safe.